Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sound Talk Shows. So we are going to do Emacs Lisp coding. So if you want to learn Emacs Lisp, this is the right channel. Okay, so today is going to be very focused. I'm going just to code three Emacs Lisp commands. And if you have questions about Emacs or Emacs Lisp, just ask me, okay, in the live comments. Okay, let's begin. So what are we going to do? So there is some uppercase sentence actually. So let's see. So for example, let's go to. So what does that? Okay, so let me demonstrate some uppercase sentence. Okay, so let's. In order to demonstrate that, I need to go to some let's go to get some articles about text. So down the rabbit hole. So Alice in Wonderland. That's always okay. On the pink window, you can see all my Emacs command calls as I move the cursor and so on. So you can see here we have a let's make them all lowercase. Okay. So lowercase. Let's magnify. Capital case every first letter of the word, capitalize every character, and lowercase. So you can see here is a lowercase. Let's hold on a second. Let's expand this. Yeah. So there it is. Okay, so there it is. So I want to, so I can press a key, so it will capitalize the every sentence. So okay, so let me show you the full story. So I have a command that is this one. Okay, so one of the first command is toggle letter case. So let me introduce that to you. Okay, in a bit. Then the other command is this one, some uppercase sentence. Okay, so let me show you. So let's see. Okay, that's too big. So what we're gonna do? So what we're gonna do is, so we have a text block here. So toggle letter sentence, toggle letter case will cycle among three situations. Press it one time, we'll capitalize the first character. Press it again, it will I forgot what. Okay, let's try again. Press it one time, capitalize the first character. Press it again, capitalize the whole word. Press it again, lowercase the entire word. So that you see that's the situation. So let's try again. One time, two times, three times. One time, two times, three times. Always in that order. So you can develop muscle memory when you call that command. So the command name is that. Okay, so let's look at the source code. Describe function, and that's a function. Type the function name and jump to the source code. So it's part of Sunfly keys. So you can get a code in Sunfly keys. It's on GNU Emacs Alpha, GNU Emacs Alpha, or you can go to this URL and grab the code. So it's very convenient because in default Emacs you have three separate commands to do the thing. Actually, you have like seven commands to do each type of capitalization differently depending on which one you want. So, but with this command, you can, you just have one command. You can do it. You just have one command. So it's you can just bind one key to it. So this is convenient. So that's one thing. The other thing I want to show you is this command, upcase sentence. Okay, let's describe function. Okay, here's the documentation for the function. Describe upcase sentence. Basically, when you have a upcase first letters of sentences of current block or selection. Okay, there's also the code here, and you can grab the code, put this code in your Emacs init file, and you have this convenient function. So what that function do is that, for example, let's put some period here. Okay, so for example, when you are chatting in Discord, or if you are on Twitter, usually what you typed is not properly capitalized. For example, so let's put let's put some comma here. I mean, let's put some period. Okay, so suppose this is your paragraph, and so you see each letter, each sentence are not capitalized. So you can just call this function upcase sentence. So let me do it. You see, and it highlights all the changes. So this is very convenient, especially when you are, for example, you typed something in the chat. Normally I don't capitalize the first letter because it's convenient. But if you want to blog it later on, you can just copy it and paste it here and press a key. You see, it capitalizes the sentence. Okay, let's go to the source code. Okay, and it's also part of stuff like keys. Actually, I wanted to make some change, but I already changed it before I did the video because I wasn't sure I'm going to do a video. Okay, so that's that command. Any questions? No. Okay, so now let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so wordy blog we don't need. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Hold on a second. Let me put this in a text. This Alice in Wonderland, cut, put them in there, and I want to demonstrate the next command. So here is a command, and here is another one. Let's make them markup code and make them into a list, and select the whole list, cut it, and back to here, put it here, and show in browser. Okay, so that's another example. So let's cut this, delete that, also put it here. So show in browser. So here's what we talked about. So now I want to do this one, reformat lines. Okay, so let me show you that one. So let's try it. So what it does is that, for example, I call the command. So this is a very kind of long line. Let's copy it. Let's make it big. So I pressed one key, the whole thing becomes one line. I press it again, it makes sure that each line is no longer than 70 characters. Now in Emacs you have a command called field region. Okay. So let me show you what does that do. So let's put the command name here. Make a list, join the list, show in browser. So field region is a built-in command in Emacs, and what it does is that, for example, if you have a long line, you can meta x field region, and it will reformat it into multiple short lines. Very convenient. But however, there is no built-in command to unfield, to do the reverse. So I believe, maybe they added, let's see. Let's describe function field region. Okay, let's see the documentation. So field region is an interactive native command, blah blah blah. Non-interactive is for field prefix. So now I don't remember they added a command in the past 5 years to do the reverse. Let's try it. Let's see unfield. Yeah, I don't think they have it. So I wrote a bunch of command to do that. So for example, my version, these start reformat lines will do it. So press a key, it becomes one sentence. Press it again, it becomes truncated. Okay, so that is that function. Now let's look at the source code. So here's the documentation, and it's also in Firefly keys, and there is the web page. So you can also grab this code and put in your init, and you'll have this command. Okay. But there is something else I want to cover, okay? There is something else I want to cover. Yeah, the problem of field region. So the problem of field region is not just that, you know, you don't have a version that to convert a line to a long line. So if you want to do that in Emacs using the GNU Emacs, what you have to do is you press Ctrl U for universal argument, then you press a big number, let's say 99999, okay? That means that gives, so when you do Ctrl U, which is the command universal argument, that gives, then you type something. For example, we type 99999. What does that do is that the next command you call, it will feed whatever you typed as an argument to the next command in Emacs. So now, so let's try again, okay? So Control U for universal argument, you can see in the mini buffers, it says C-U. Then you type 99, okay, let's do it again. Control U, 999, Control U, 99999, okay? Then you call the field region command. So you do meta x field region, okay? So that's what it do. Now because our cursor is currently on empty line, so it does nothing. But if you move the cursor here, okay, then you press Ctrl U, 99999, then you meta x, then you say field paragraph, okay? Do it. You see? Wait, what? Let's do it again. 99999 meta x field paragraph. What? You have to do field region, not field paragraph. Let's try it again. Control U, 99999 meta x field region. What? Okay, maybe because we don't have a paragraph, because Emacs is trying to look for capital letters when it tries to determine paragraph. And when we tried the field region version, we didn't select the region, that's why. So let's try it again. So first of all, select the region, okay? Now, you know, select the region, Control U, 99999, then meta x, then call field region. Do it. This is odd. What's going on with the, wait, this is, I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, Oflamio, thank you. Hey, Alan, long time, wait, not Alan, Uncle. Okay, so Oflamio has a, I hope distros start including Firefly keys or Evo mod in a set of Emacs packages. Yeah, I hope so. But anyway, now it's on GNU Alpha. So, you know, let's see, GNU Firefly keys. Let me show you, okay? There it is. So it's on Free Software Foundation's website. Not they're all here. Okay, so here you can see on GNU's website, but it's not GNU. So anyway, so there is something odd. There is something odd. I'm trying to demonstrate this. So select the region, Control U 99999, Meta X field region. It's not working. What's going on? So, okay. So let's start a Emacs plain GNU Emacs fresh. Let's see what's going on. Okay. So where is my Emacs? Okay. So bin Emacs 27, Emacs 28, bin run Emacs. Okay. And -q, that means no init. Okay, so this is let's close this. It's taking a while. Okay, there. Now. Oh, okay, so you can magnify. Great. So now we are in GNU Emacs. So now let's try it. Okay, so copy this paragraph and the new buffer. So I don't remember the keys. So switch buffer is Control X B. Okay, then just type something random to create a new buffer. Now paste is Control Y. Okay, now magnify. So now we are going to Control U 99999, then Meta X field paragraph tab. Okay, do it. It didn't work. It should work. Let's try again. Now this time undo. You know, in default GNU Emacs, if you press Control Z, it calls the command to iconize the window, basically hide the window. Fairly bad. So undo in GNU Emacs is Control. Let's try this. Yeah. That is Control / yeah, that's the undo. Okay, now Control X1 to expand the window. Okay, so now let's try this again. Control / undo. So what we want to do, so go to the top, Control space to select it, then all the way down to select the region, then Control U 99999 to give a argument, universal argument to the next command. Now Meta X field region. Now we have a region. So this should make the whole thing one single line. Something is wrong or something is broken. Let's see what's going on. Field region. Let's read the documentation. Maybe there's some change in Emacs 28. Field region is an interactive native compiled list function in that file. It's bound to menu bar something. Field each of the paragraph in the region. Okay. By the way, that's a Emacs jargon. Field, it just means reformat. It just basically just means reformat. It would be interesting to look at the history. Why does it Emacs call this command field? Yeah, I don't know why is that. Why, it should be more intuitively, it should be just called reformat. Okay, so anyway, field each of the paragraph in the region. Okay, region is a text selection. A prefix argument means justify as well. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, okay. Yeah, I forgot. So So let's see, from field region, from to position. Yeah, okay, that's idiotic. So the Emacs, the GNU Emacs field region and field paragraph command are extremely idiotic. So you see what happens is that in order to set it, they use the value of field column. This is a variable. Okay, the variable is a number. That number tells that all these field commands just what is the maximum number of characters in each line. So if you want to convert a bunch of short lines to one single long line, what you have to do is you have to change this value, this variable's value, field column, to something huge. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's go back to GNU Emacs, so that you can actually show. Let's see. Now I don't have my shortcuts and everything, so it's gonna be super slow when I work in GNU Emacs. So set Q field column. Is that right? Yeah, field column. Okay. And let's set it to 99999. Okay. Now I want to evaluate this Lisp code. So what you do is Control XE. Okay, you can see in the mini buffer it's done. Now I don't know how to enlarge the font in the mini buffer. Let's do this. So how do you enlarge the font? Let's go to the set default font. 18. Okay, so now that should be good. Okay, so again, evaluate this Lisp code. Okay, you can see in the mini buffer it's done. Now we just meta x, undo, meta x field paragraph. Okay, now you can see, now it's correct, the whole thing is one paragraph. So it's very inconvenient. For example, in my customized command, I can press one key, your toggle, But in GNU Emacs, first of all, you have to change the variable. You can do that by calling set variable. Okay, you call set variable, then you type field column. Okay, and now you give it a value. Okay, cancel. So that's how you do it in GNU Emacs. So all these are very Asian, let's say. So that's why I created, the command you are seeing. Okay, so I was planning to actually code some Emacs Lisp, because there's something I need to fix. I need to improve. Let's go to the, you see here's the source code for this, not this one, reformat lines. Okay, describe function, there is a source code. So reformat lines, there's something I want to change there. Anyway, let's go back to let me finish explaining the field column and stuff in Emacs. So you do have several problems, and basically it's inconvenient. Let's see. Search for Xali Emacs field region. You'll find my article that describes the problems. Okay, so this is reformat lines, which we just demonstrated. But what is the field regions problem? I have several articles. One of the problem is described here. We haven't got into yet, but there are other problems. Let's see. Open them. Hard wrap lines. Yeah, so here this is a tutorial on how do you hard wrap lines in GNU Emacs. So you can see you have several commands: field paragraph, field region. Field paragraph will just work on the current paragraph. Field region is that you have make a selection first. If you don't make a selection, I'm not sure it will work. Actually, it does, I think. Because of the, yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't actually. You see, right now the whole thing is one line, and let's call field region, call it. Because we didn't make a region, so it doesn't actually select the whole paragraph. So anyway, so you have all these versions of field commands. And you can also turn on auto field mod. That means every time you press the enter key, it'll just reformat the paragraph above. For example, let's turn on auto field mod. Okay. Now I press enter. The cursor needs to be here. So I press enter, you see. So as you type, every time you press enter, it'll just do the field. Then you also have, so there's a more, even more convenient set field column. You can meta X call it and set the how many characters you want per line. And there's also ruler mod. Let's turn it on. Okay, so ruler mod shows, this kind of convenient visual clue. But anyway, so these are inconvenient because then you have to, when you call field region, you have to make a selection first. In GNU Emacs, that is control space, then move your cursor. Once you have a selection, then you call the command. So it's not good. So the first step of improvement is to write a command that does the reverse. So you don't have to, set field column, then call the command, then set field column again to change it back to 70. So you have these simple commands: unfield paragraph, unfield region. You can copy it and put it in your source code. That will work. So that solves one of the problem, unfield, which is a major complaint of Emacs, for a long time. What I wasn't sure is, I think they, I don't know if they fixed it in the past 5 years. Maybe, I forgot. So that fixes one of the problem, but there are other problems that is. Let's look at, so let me go to, so the other improvement is this command, auto toggle field and field region. So you don't have to make a selection first. If there's no selection, it will automatically work on the current paragraph. Now, if you make a selection, then it will work on in a selection. So it get rid of this choice, mental decision. And it will also toggle, if the current line is short, it'll just toggle it into long. If the current line is long, it'll just toggle. So you can, and also work on the selection, so you can do it. Well, that doesn't work that way. Anyway, so that's this command. That's this command, field or unfield. So that's the next level of improvement. Okay, that's another thing. Okay, now let me tell you about another problem of Emacs field column. Okay, that's why I wrote this reformat lines. Now the problem of field column is this. Okay. So for example, I have this line. This is one single long line. And if I call field paragraph, okay? Now let's copy it, put it here. Let's call field paragraph, okay? You can see that it adds space, it adds indentation in front. Now, if you are working in code, in Python, in Emacs, Lisp, in Golang, in whatever C language, this is no good. So anyway, so the point here is that the Emacs field commands not just exchange white spaces to different white spaces, but it actually add extra sometimes or delete extra white spaces. Okay, that is a problem, sometimes not desired. Okay, sometimes you don't want that, sometimes you do, but sometimes you don't want. Okay, that's one of the things. For example, let's see this example. Okay, so so let's paste it here. Let's paste it here. Save, close, reopen, so we get rid of the highlights. So you can see we have this paragraph. Okay, now if you call field paragraph, okay, they made some change in Emacs 27 or 28, because before it becomes a single line with all these asterisk removed. Wait, did we do it right? Let's try it again. So select the whole thing, call field region. Oh yeah, so with with a big field column value. So I forgot about that. So you see, you want to make this into a single line. So usually what you do is set q that 9999. Okay, so evaluate that, then call field paragraph, do it. You can see now it becomes a single line. This is how you do it in GNU Emacs. But now notice that the asterisk is gone. So the asterisk, basically Emacs removed the asterisks characters. You see, so the point is that this field paragraph or field, these field commands actually, you can say, corrupt your text, or because and the worst example is this. Okay, the worst example, when you have a Chinese, here in this paragraph you don't have any space at all. For example, search for space, you don't have any space in this paragraph. Now copy it, paste it here. Now if you call field column again, field region, let's set it back to 70, eval. Okay, now you call field region, field paragraph. Okay, you can see it made them into separate lines, shorter lines. But however, now turn on show space, you can see in Chinese you don't want this. Okay, you cannot add extra space in your text, because let me show you. Okay, because when you show in browser, that's not the right thing to do. You cannot do that. So let me turn off the white space. Okay, so make this a paragraph, show in browser. Now magnify. Wait, where's the... They look identical here, but however, okay, so there is this character, 群生养自人. Okay, so it looks like the browser improved, because before they would add a space here between the characters. You'll see, between the characters, you'll see several space. Let's try this in Chrome. Okay, let's open in Chrome. Let's see if it behaves the same way in Chrome browser. Indeed, it's not fixed. So in Firefox browser, we're getting into technical details. You see these two almost identical paragraphs of Chinese. The difference is that one of them has, end of line characters, here. So 3 of them. When you display them in Firefox, they make no difference. But if you display them in Chrome browser, there is a difference. Let me show you. Let's see where. You see, there is a space after this character, but you don't see it there. So if you are a Chinese, reader, if you are in China, if you read Chinese, you don't want that, because it's disruptive. It's ISO. So you see, that's a problem. So you don't want that. So this happened because you are calling field paragraph. Essentially, the point is that between no space between characters, it inserts a white space. Okay, so that's a problem. That's the problem of field paragraph. Okay, so the point is, I want a command where it doesn't do any of those. All it does is exchange white spaces characters. Maybe replace multiple spaces by a line return, or change line return into a space. So consider any sequence of white spaces are equivalent, and nothing else. The command is supposed to only do that. So that's why I have these reformat lines. Okay, so for example, if I copy this line, paste it here, let's paste it here. Okay, and I call my command, it does nothing. Because it didn't find any white space in this paragraph, so there's no opportunity to break it. Because it sticks by the principle that the command only exchange white spaces. Where is it? There. Start reformat lines. Okay, I think that's it. So today we just talked about some of the details of reformat lines. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. That code is always running. How does it work? I'm only more or less familiar with Wolfram language. Was it supposed to be unfair region? Okay, thank you guys. Celtic Orthodox, hi. How much is XAR HTML mod? I think I'm selling for, let's see, if you like my stuff, buy my stuff. Okay, so XAR HTML, they have been open source for like 15 years, but I become hungry and no money, so, and $40, a big one, $40, yeah. So you can buy my entire packages for $100. That's probably better. XAR HTML mod. Because it's actually the most difficult mod, 5,000 lines, written in the past 10 years exactly. Well, May 12th, it's 10 years anniversary. I've been working on this for 10 years. So, okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys.